Hey guys, welcome back to a new video, and today I have the comic book review. If you don't know what this is, the comic book review, we always go through like the top 10 hottest comics according to Go Collect. So we also go through some comic books that I've recently read, that have been read by other people in my family, and yeah. So, yay. Okay, so first things first, I used a 1 to 5 rating. 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. 3 to me is like a happy medium. So most comics usually get a 3, and that means like they were good, like okay. 5 is like great. 4 is like good. 2 is like below okay. 1 is bad. 2 is like no. 2 is kind of more like if a comic book was it was not okay, but it wasn't like bad. Somewhere in between, that's 2. So yeah. So our first one is you have Amazing Spider-Man number 361. It's the first appearance of Carnage. Oh, I'm going through that. Go collect. Next you have Spawn number 1 and number 2. First appearance of pretty much everyone, I guess. Number 3 is Ultimate Fallout number 4. First appearance of Miles Morales. Next, Amazing Spider-Man number 300. First full appearance of Venom. First issue inked by Todd McFarlane, and it's the 25th anniversary issue of Spider-Man. And at number 5, you have the Savage She-Hulk. At number 6, you have Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars number 8. First, we get the origin of the alien symbiote that eventually would become Venom, and then we also get the new Spider-Man costume. Next, we got Amazing Spider-Man number 379. I don't know like anything about this. So what I do when I do this, I usually just put this up. I have the website right next to me, and they usually give captions why that's like a key issue. This one just doesn't have one. Next, we got Amazing Spider-Man 252. This is the first appearance of the black Spider-Man suit in the regular series. At number 9, we have a new one. It's called Umbrella Academy. Free Comic Book Day. And number 10, we have the Eternals. Usually it's kind of the exact same. Well, I was thinking, is it Eternals number 1? So most of the time we have kind of the exact same comics every time. But yeah, that Amazing Spider-Man 375 and the Umbrella Academy. Like, oh, something different. And then number 11, we have Young Avengers number 1. So like, hey, I wonder if that's going to go up or not. I guess next we have the Bronze Age of comics. The Bronze Age is basically like early 70s through 80s, maybe until early 90s. Not quite sure. So superheroes that came out around this time was mostly Marvel, like Nova, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and I think maybe Vision, maybe, don't know. But in the DC side, you had like Jonah Hex. That's the only one I can think of like right off the top of my mind. I probably think of one later and be like, ah. So so at number 1 we have Secret Wars number 8. Number 2 you have She-Hulk number 1. At number 3 you have Spider-Man 252. And number 4 you have the Eternals number 1. Yeah, so the Eternals is actually a really good example of a comic book that literally like no one wanted, but when they announce a movie, everyone wants it. Like literally, like I had no idea what the Eternals were up until when Marvel announced a new Eternals movie. Now everyone knows who they are. Next you have at number 5 you have Wolverine number 1. It's the first solo comic book that Wolverine never had. At number 6 you have Thor 337, the first appearance of Beta Ray Bill. And number 8, you have Nova number 1. Whoops. Oh, sorry, I was thinking too far ahead. At number 7, you have the Incredible Hulk, number 181, first appearance of the Wolverine. At number 8, you have a Nova number 1. First appearance of Nova. Number 9, you have Spider-Woman number 1. We get a new complete origin, and the mask that she wears is also added. And I actually have this one. Star Wars number 1, the first comic book in the series. Yeah, I have this one. Okay, so next we have the Silver Age. The Silver Age of comics is pretty much, I personally say, it's probably the best age of comic books. Out of the 4, you have the Golden Age, which we'll get to later. Then I say you have the Bronze Age, the Silver Age, and right now, as of 2020, we're in the Copper Age, to my knowledge. But yeah, sorry if I'm just kind of sorry if I kind of hack or something like that. My allergies are just killing me this morning. Okay, so Silver Age comics characters came out. This is basically the whole Marvel universe. On the DC side of things, you had people like Martian Manhunter, the Elongated Man, Plastic Man. I'm trying to think. I can't really think of any on the top of my head right now. Okay, so number 1, we have Submariner number 1. It's the second self-titled series, and we get his first origin story. Next, we have Fantastic Four number 48, the first appearance of the Silver Surfer and Galactus. At number 3, we have a new one, Fantastic Four number 45, the first appearance of the Inhumans. At number 4, we have Avengers number 48, first appearance of Black Knight the Third, and get his origin. Next, we have Fantastic Four number 6, first appearance of Annihilus and Franklin Richards. At number 6, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 50, first appearance of the Kingpin. At number 7, we have Captain America 100, first issue to be. They haven't. Excuse me, they have a kind of like worded first issue to Silver Age title series. Okay. Well, first issue of the Silver Age. Next, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 31, first appearance of Gwen Stacy and Harry Osborn. That's kind of a cool cover. At number 9, you have Fantastic Four number 49, the first full appearance of Galactus. He was in Fantastic Four number 48 as like a little cameo. And at number 10, you have Fantastic Four number 67, the first appearance of him. Who's him? Okay, so next got the Golden Age. The Golden Age of comics, a lot of big characters came out. This would have been, well, this era was pretty much ruled by DC, and yeah, so like characters that came out around this time of Superman, Batman, the Lone Ranger, Green Hornet, Tarzan, Buck Rogers, Flash Gordon, Blackhawk, Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, Flash, Green Lantern. So that's a lot of people. Then there's way more, but those are the ones I said Green Arrow, right? Oh, and then like bad guy wise, a lot of people like Joker, Penguin, Lex Luthor, Catwoman, mostly a lot of DC. So at number 1, we have Superman number 50. We get the third retelling of the origin, and it's the 10th anniversary issue. Next, got the Black Knight number 1. Okay, so this was up here like at number 1, number 2, maybe like a couple episodes ago. Then also just kind of disappeared, and now it's back. Next, we have Batman number 10, and then next after that, we got Batman number 24 at number 4. At number 5, we have number 5, you have Superman number 44. And then at number 6, we have Batman number 47. We get the first detailed origin of Batman. Batman tracks down Pan's killer and finds out who it is. It's also the first time the bat signal is actually used on the cover of an issue. At number 7, we have Batman number 66. At number 8, you have Shock and Suspense Stories, number 6. Okay. The only reason why this comic book is famous is because they use a lot of them. They use a lot of this comic book in a Senate investigation trial against comic books. Was it like childlike delinquency? Something like that? I think that's how you put it. So yeah, so they used this comic book a lot. There was like a specific cover that showed a girl with her head cut off. It's just like, no wonder why they created the Comics Code Authority. Okay, at number 9, this is a new one. We have Atomic War number 3, and this is kind of a cool cover, actually. Oh, I didn't really read it. Well, we planted this H-bomb right in the Kremlin, and avenge what the Reds did to New York, Chicago, and Detroit bombs away. Well, okay, that's. And at number 10, we have Shock Suspense Stories, number 17. Okay, okay, yeah, that last one was kind of weird, like, literally. Okay, I don't know how that's up here. It's kind of a cool cover, though. I didn't even realize I was like a mushroom cloud in the background. This will win a part of the video where we actually go and talk about some comic books. And say we have Captain America number 18. I think this has been on here before. So I think these covers are really cool. Like, this whole series has like really cool covers, but the story's kind of bad. They just ended it because they haven't came up. Well, they haven't came out with one since like February. So I'm assuming it's done. Yeah. So yeah, so this is actually a really good comic. Well, no, actually no. It's a really good cover. The comic book, well, with Marvel, a lot of it intertwines with other comic books. Like, literally, like, I used to get Captain America series, and I said, get these other comics to get the full story. And there's like 20. I know. It's probably more like 5. But still, that's just a lot. Like, I didn't get 5 comic books to get the whole story. Like, that's just a lot. And that comic book series is pretty okay, too. It's called Steve Rogers Captain America. And so, yeah. So this one, so this assassin kind of guy, he's kind of killing people. So Captain America goes out to stop him. And not really gonna see what happens. So I'll give this one a 2. Next we get the Bongo Free for All. So during the coronavirus, I kind of ran out of new comics to read. So I kind of started reading old ones, and I kind of like, hey, and I kind of liked it. So now I kind of doing like, I'll read a new comic book and an old one I have, a new one I got, and an old one I have, and just kind of get these old ones, just kind of reread them again. So this one's out of all the Bongo Free for Alls that they did for Free Comic Book Day, this one is probably my all-time favorite one. This one was really good. Like, I read this all the time. You can tell by the spine. I read this a lot. It was really good. It had it with me always for months and stuff. Yeah, I liked it a lot. So I give this one a 5. Okay, so this series, The Wonder Twins, is actually don't mind that. I just go and I put a whole bunch of old comic books in the Mylar covering, which I think we might have one in this pile, and I can kind of show it to you, or just watch like any of my past episodes, because usually I show Mylar covers. That's what I do, and so I was putting some Mylar, put some old comic books in Mylar, and I just kind of got the old bags, and I just put them in a pile, and then once I get new comic books, I just throw them in the old one, and throw them into these. So this is actually for, like, I think a Kamandi had this before. Wonder Twins now owns this bag. Okay, so Wonder Twins, they're introduced for the Super Friends TV show back in, like late 70s and 80s. And they never had a comic book until now. This comic book, like, if you're like a guy who has kids and wants like a kid-friendly comic book, you get this. So there's only 12 issues, and it's really good, really kid-friendly. It's funny, It's just really good. It's what I like in a comic book, okay? Because because I'm not a big fan of like all the violence and stuff in comic books. I kind of like more of like, there's a new bad guy every time, like in older comic books. That's kind of what I like. But but this was basically it. It was like, oh, this is really good, and yeah, I liked it a lot. So I give this one a 5-star review. So next we got a couple of True Believers. And what True Believers is, it's a comic book that Marvel, I don't know if they do it anymore. They usually do it to promote stuff. Like this was used to promote the new Spider-Man movie that came out last year. And this one, I don't really remember exactly what all happened in this one, because it's been a while since I've read this one. But if I remember, it was really good. Spider-Man comics are either are really good or just very depressing. I kind of found that out. It's not like happy Spider-Man comics. It's sad. It is. That's all I'm saying. And I always thought, if any of you guys know who WKRP in Cincinnati is, I always thought the guy in the background looks like Herb Tarlick. Like look at that. Yeah. But yeah, if I remember, this one's really good, and I think it's been on here before, and I gave it like a 3, if I remember. So next we have True Believers is Absorbing Man. This one was good, and I'll give this one a 4. So this was used to promote the Criminally Insane, right up there. See, the Criminally Insane. Graphic novels that are coming out. Didn't get any. It's got the comic books. Okay, let's put this back now. Okay, so next is actually the Batman, the Adventures Continue. So, a very popular comic book that everyone wants is the Batman Adventures. I don't know why everyone wants them, but they are really good. I have like 1 or 2 of them. And yeah, they're really good. So I think this is a 6-part series, sadly. 6-issue series. I wish I were going for more. And it is called the Batman The Adventures Continue. And it's really good. Like, this cover is pretty cool, to be honest. Like, like Deathstroke and everything. So, exactly what happened is basically, it talks about Deathstroke, really. We don't really know what he's up to yet. But he's just kind of been helping out Batman in the last couple of issues. And this one was really good, so I will give it a 5. Next got Bongo Free Fall whoops. What was this weekend? Well, it's the 2017 one. All the Bongo Free Falls are always really good, so I'll give this one a 5. And yeah, I've always liked reading them, and when they were around in Free Comic Book, and when they were still around, I always look forward for theirs. Okay. Jeez, my voice kind of went hoarse in the last one. Jeez. Okay, so next we had Simpsons Comics number 72. So this one, Homer and Lenny and Carl are asked to retire from the power plant, and they were actually going to go and put him on an island to live out the rest of their lives. Well, no, Mr. Burns, he puts him on an island full of trash, and I'm going to end it there. This one was okay, so I'll give this one a 3. So next is the oldest one that I own, that I know of the Bongo Comics Free Fall. This one's it's okay, it's not great. Actually, no, it's just good. So I'll give this one probably like a 4. So next we have Batman Beyond, number 31. This one was good. So they went back inside Arkham Asylum and stuff, which is like interesting. Well, I find it interesting. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I thought it was kind of cool and good. So I'll just give it like a 3. So next we have Spider-Man Noir. So if you know the Spider, like the Spider-Verse stuff, you have like this different dimensions kind of thing. And so this was the 30s Spider-Man, and like me being like the historian I am, like, ooh, this looks interesting. It's 30s Spider-Man. And it is really good. I like it a lot. They've only come out with 2 issues so far, but it's really good. I like it. It's just great. Because it has to do with history stuff. I found it good. I'll give it a 5-star review, and I like it a lot. It's more like of a detective kind of comic than like an actual superhero comic for like supervillains. But yeah, that's literally what it is. It's literally like a detective comic. So now here's the last comic for the day. We have Kamandi, the Last Boy on Earth #1. This came out in 1972. So this one, it was really good. I'll give this a 5-star review. So basically, it kind of tells you, Kamandi was one of the few DC comics at the time that ties into each other. And so I got some before I got #1, and I'm like, yeah, and I was kind of confused at what's going on, but the story did pick up. But yeah, so this one was really good. And this, I'm like, in a lot of the questions I had reading the first one were explained in this one, and I never really got why is Statue of Liberty made out of stone. Like literally, that looks like it's made out of stone. And same with that. Like, Empire State Building literally looks like it's made out of stone. I don't know why. Well, I guess of the 2 things in the picture, that the Empire State Building would look the closest to being made out of stone, but really, maybe that's just rust. I don't know. So if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you have any comments, complaints, questions, and to see the questions being asked, put it in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.